Well, hello, folks out there in YouTube land. Got a big show lined up for you. Let's get right on into this thing. All right, folks, got my bro in here, Chillmon, again. He's come up to talk a little bit of basketball and the Vols being in the Sweet 16. And we did not call each other in advance, but we wound up wearing the exact same shirt.
Yep.
As you can see.
What good taste you have, Sports Talk Jay.
That's right. That wasn't on purpose, by the way.
No.
But anyway, what we're going to talk about today, look, I thought I was kind of done with the whole national media thing. I've kind of worn them out in a major way over the last few videos, but they keep coming. This Pat Forday guy with Sports Illustrated has ranked the top 16 teams in the Sweet 16, and you're going to love where he put the Vols. I mean, this is so personal with this guy. It's ridiculous.
He's very angry.
And actually, Chillmont sent me this article, and I was like, you got to be kidding me. This guy, he just wants to get into a battle with us.
Yeah, I read this Sports Illustrated article and went all the way through it, and I said, are you flipping kidding me? And I immediately called John and Walt Junebug, and I said, look at this. Can you believe this?
I mean, that's the story of my life. No respect. I don't get no respect at all. Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
Wait till you see it. Wait till you see it.
Yeah, it's clear.
And when I saw it was Pat Forday, I knew. I said, oh, okay, now I get it.
Yeah.
Because he has a purple passionate hate against Tennessee.
Yeah, Pat Forday has definitely got it out for us. And let's take a look at this article, and you'll see what I'm talking about. All right, it says SI ranks the Sweet 16 teams left in the NCAA tournament. And there he is. Pat Forday decided he just couldn't wait. So let's go down through here real quick. So he's got Alabama number 1. I'm okay with that.
Don't disagree with that.
Yep, they're a number 1 seed. It makes sense. They got the best player in the country and all that. Alabama's got their own problems. But anyway, we won't get into that right now. Then they've got, for number 2, Houston, number 1 seed. That makes sense.
No problem there.
Texas, number 3, a number 2 seed.
Yep.
Now, we beat them, but I'm okay with them being 3rd. That's fine. Connecticut, 4. They're a number 4 seed just like us, but they've got them number 4. That's fine.
That's a northern team, so you got to rank them ahead of us.
Well, that's true. Shouldn't even be in the same ballpark, should they?
Gonzaga, too.
Gonzaga, let's see. They're a number 3 seed. Got them sitting at number 5. UCLA, number 2 seed, number 6. That's fine. Creighton is a number 6 seed, 2 steps below us, about 8 teams below us, but they've got them number 7. I could argue with that.
Yeah.
Kansas State, a number 3 seed.
Don't hate that.
We may end up playing them. We'll see how this plays out. Them or Michigan State, I guess it is. Michigan State, they're going to be playing, Kansas State, I believe.
Yeah, that'll be a good game.
And they're a number 7 seed, but we're ranked below them by Pat Forday.
Well below them.
Yeah, and they're a number 7 seed. We're a number 4 seed. Miami's number 5 seed. They should be below us, but no, they're ahead of us because of Pat Forday. Let's see. Arkansas, a number 8 seed that we beat.
Yeah, we're number 4. They're number 8. We beat them pretty well during the regular season, but that doesn't matter.
Xavier, a number 3 seed, got them number 12.
That's cool. I agree with that.
Florida Atlantic, the team we're going to play, they're a number 9 seed, and we're a number 4 seed. So they're actually about 20 steps below us, but they're ranked ahead of us by Pat Forday and Sports Illustrated.
Oh, he wants them to win so bad. He wants them to beat us so bad. He'll be so happy if they do.
San Diego State is a number 5 seed. Okay, they're ranked ahead of us. They were number 31 in the country before this. We were, I think, 14th.
Yeah.
So I guess that makes sense to Sports Illustrated and Pat.
Yeah.
Here we are, number 4 seed. We're next to last. Next to last.
14.
Yeah, one of the bottom 5 teams in this ranking. They'll be facing Florida Atlantic because, as we know, Purdue got beat by, what was the name of that team?
Fairleigh Dickinson.
Fairleigh Dickinson. Okay, so they beat Fairleigh Dickinson, who almost beat them.
Yeah.
And it says, okay, what's to like about the Vols? The Vols are less likely to freak out upon arrival in New York City, having played there this season. We play all over the country, so we're not going to get freaked out. They are absolutely vicious. Vicious, I tell you, defensively.
How could any team be more vicious than us?
They are the most, really, you should have just said the most vicious basketball team in the history of college basketball.
Yeah.
All right, they're big, they're relentless, they're dirty. We know they're dirty because that's the word they like to use. And one of our guys is a hack, And let's see, often discouraging opponents from even trying to score inside, or they could get hurt.
How dare they?
That's what he didn't say that, but I'm putting those words in there because I know what he means.
Yeah.
And they actually made some shots Saturday. And that's rare for them because they're terrible.
Again, how dare they do that against Precious Pup Duke?
Yeah. What's not to like? I thought that's what was not to like. This is what's not to like. Hitting threes and free throws 2 games in a row could be a reach for this team.
Yeah, we can't possibly do that. Not 2 games in a row. Not with 2, 3, you can't.
Not with 3. Not 3 games in a row. Not with 3, you can't.
Tell you he can with 3 vowels on him. Not with 3, he can't.
So could a second straight monster performance from Olivier happen, who tends to follow big games with quiet ones? There's some truth to that. Yep. The 5 previous times he scored 20 or more points, he's averaged 7.4 the next game. Now, granted, FAU's going to try to really focus on him, but that's going to also free up other guys.
I like Jawan James, and hopefully he's be the one that will score like 27.
Yep. He or Santiago or there could be somebody else score.
Yeah, or Phillips.
Yeah, Phillips could. I'd like to see him go off for about 20.
Yeah, that would be wonderful.
So anyway, now we're getting into what he really cares about.
Yeah.
A tightly officiated game could put FAU on the line all game long. A lack of point guard remains an issue that can bite at any time. There is some truth to that. But here's what he's asking for. He wants a tightly officiated game. He wants to stick it to the Vols. Because look, this is how Pat Forday and the national media see the Vols coming into the Sweet 16.
Yeah.
Yep, that's exactly how they see them. They're not welcome. They just look like rogues coming in on their motorcycles.
And all we do is foul constantly.
Yeah, that's all we can do.
Yeah.
According to them, because we're just a bunch of ruffians, unskilled, talentless hacks.
Yeah, especially Plavix. He's just the biggest hack.
Yeah, he doesn't like once daily at all.
No.
But he's pretty much thrown everybody in that same boat. His disregard for the Vols has really shot up very, very quickly.
And very obviously. That's media outlets saying Forday taking shots and different people taking shots.
Well, there's several of them. It's not just him.
Including their own coach.
Yep. And their coach had to run his jaw. I did a video on that yesterday. That was fun. Yeah, that was a mistake on his part.
But look at the only team we're ahead of.
Yep. The only team we're ahead of is Princeton, who is a number 15 seed.
a almost dead last seed.
Yep, the lowest. And it says somebody had to be last. And even though I desperately wanted to put the Vols as last,
Exactly.
I couldn't because we've got this 15th seed Princeton in here. And dagnabbit, I wanted to put the Vols last just to stick it to them, but I couldn't, is what he was thinking.
Yeah, that's exactly. You can read between the lines and see all that.
Yep. So that's what's going on there with Mr. Forday. And I'm going to tell you what. So I don't know what's eating Pat Forday or what's got him so fired up other than just his real dislike for the Vols. What do you think it is, Chilmont?
Well, I think it's. I think he's just like those giraffes. He's just really selfish.
Boy, giraffes are selfish. Just run around looking after number one.
And really into himself and just can't deal with interlopers coming to their big dance.
I think that's what it is, too. He just does not – well, look, we're ruffians.
They don't deserve to be in this vaunted tournament, and especially this late in the vaunted tournament.
Yep, he's just looking down.
The worst thing is we beat Precious Pup Duke.
Yeah, that's a lot of it, too. We beat a blue blood. Yeah,
and you can't do that.
Yeah, I think that upset him. The way we beat them.
A bunch of trash beat those elegant, wonderful, extremely learned and intelligent Duke players, and how dare we?
Yeah. I think that's what it is. It's we crashed the party. We crashed the party.
Jay Billis too. He was very upset about it. And they're the Precious Pup. I keep saying that, but it's the truth. That's one of the favorites of the basketball sports media, just like UCLA and Michigan and some others that are now out. But I think UCLA is still in. Yeah, those big programs, the perennial programs, Gonzaga, Xavier's another one they love. Of course, any of the Ohio State, Michigan, Notre Dame, you got to love those. That's all their Precious Pup programs, and we're not in that group.
It's kind of like Caddy Day.
Yeah, we're a nerd crashed the cool people party.
It's 1 to 115 Caddy Day.
Yeah,
at Bushwood.
Yeah.
And let's see what Pat has to say about the FAU that we're getting ready to play. So the Owls epitomize the vagaries of March. They should have been seeded higher after a 31-3 season, drew a brutal opponent in similarly unseeded or underseeded Memphis, but survived the Tigers' final seconds. Then they nearly lost to number 16 Fairleigh Dickinson. FAU has its first 2 NCAA tournament wins in history, first Conference USA. Under Dusty May, FAU is deep and fast and aggressive, playing at a quick tempo, launching a lot of threes. The Owls beat Memphis with balance and beat FDU with one of the best individual performances. Yeah, they had one guy scored 29 points. That's this Davis guy.
John L. Davis.
Yeah, and he had 12. That's a guy that we'll have to really be watching.
Maybe you can put Meshack on him.
And here he says, can they handle or withstand the physical onslaught of tenant? Boy, I'm telling you, he's got it out for the Vols so bad, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, no.
Physical onslaught. I mean, all his word usage is so dramatic and over the top.
Yeah.
I mean, he kind of reminds me of that guy on Anchorman.
Rick, where'd you get a hand grenade? I don't know.
Why didn't he call this guy or hack like he does Plavix?
This is a team accustomed to finding ways to win. Don't rule them out. And there's a lot of truth to that part. And they have won a lot. I mean, look, over 30 wins. Now, granted, it's not in the SEC, or even the ACC, who's been down this year.
Was it Conference USA? I mean, come on.
Yeah, it's a small conference. It is what it is. But they're they're used to winning, so we'll see how they do against a much bigger, longer team. But they certainly could win.
A much deeper team.
They've certainly got Tennessee's attention with the comment about rugby.
Yeah.
That was foolish. That was a rookie mistake.
Yep.
So that's going to get the Vols fired up. So I mean, it's going to be a great game. Granted, it's a late night game, 9:00, which is tomorrow night. So we'll see how that all plays out. But
I wish it wasn't so late.
Yeah.
We've had a 9:30 and a 9:00 game. I wonder if that's by design too. I think Pat Forday has actually been working on the schedule.
Well, I'm sure Pat Forday. Look, another thing that gets him too is that Vol Twitter goes after these guys when they make these comments because we're a little bit sensitive. We can get a little bit. I'm not, and you're not. Well,
no.
Not at all.
No.
I just happen to notice everything like that and get upset about it. That doesn't mean I'm sensitive.
But everybody calls me Psycho. Any of you guys call me Francis, and I'll kill you.
No. It's not that I'm paranoid. It's just everybody's out to get us.
Yeah. Well, you've always been that way.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the rest are always out to get us, too.
Yeah.
All right, folks, we just wanted to cover this. And I thought I was done with this before the game. But, look, if 4 days going to keep coming after us, I've got to report on this. And I'm going to, have my response because I'm not going to allow him to just sit there and smack the crap out of us. And nobody – it's just no. We're going to respond, Pat.
If I was Coach Barnes, I'd have this list on the board.
Oh, definitely.
Every day at practice. So you guys just don't measure up.
No. Well, you don't belong.
Yeah, you
don't belong. You're not good enough. You don't belong. You're just a bunch of hacks, and I don't think you have a chance. All right, folks, just wanted to cover this. The media's out to get us. There's really no other way to put it. I mean, they rank us next to last, and we're number 4 seed. I mean, that tells you all you need to know and all the verbiage the guy's using, and he's not the only one that's doing that either. So, we'll see what happens. But, boy, you're talking about bulletin board material, man. The Vols have got tons of it.
Oh, yeah.
And it's going to be a very interesting game. Look, everybody in the national media is going to be out to root against us, and they're going to hope we lose. And then they can write the obituary about what piece of craps we are.
Yeah.
But if we beat them, they're going to it's going to be so sweet. It will be so sweet if we can get to the Elite Eight. And then if we make the Final Four, who knows what they're going to do.
Those delicious sweet tears of Pat Forday and Jay Billis and all the rest of them.
Oh, yeah, I saw his little comments.
The only one who was on our side was the terrible guy.
Oh, Charles Barkley.
Charles Barkley. I love Charles.
Well, that's because Barkley's not part of the new politically correct, male, toxic male and all that crap that everybody's always throwing around. He's one of those old-fashioned toxic males.
Yeah, and he just tells it like it is.
That likes to actually play basketball.
And he played in a time when physical basketball was part of it.
Yeah, absolutely. So he's seeing a little bit of a throwback. It's nothing like it was back in the 90s.
Good
but,
Lord, no.
I mean, if you have one hard foul, it's, these snowflakes lose their minds.
How dare you!
There was no such thing as a flagrant foul back in the day.
No, it was just a common foul. It was very normal.
And you could literally get a guy's legs out from under him and land on his head, and you just get 2 shots.
Yeah.
And when you regain consciousness.
Well, and they went to the monitor multiple times. It's not like these refs are some, one-sided deal.
Cheating. Yeah. Give me a
Matter
break.
of fact, Duke fouled more than we did. So I just don't. It's from one foul. It was the one elbow foul that got him upset, which that sometimes happens in basketball. It wasn't that big a deal, but boy, man, they made it out to be so.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the 3 refs looked at it and said it was not flagrant. So is what it is. Oh, and folks, one thing, Chilmont, if you don't know, has his own YouTube channel, and it's all about smoking and grilling in the backyard, all kinds of things like that. And he's got about half a dozen videos, and I'm going to attach one at the end. I think let's do the jalapeno poppers one. That one's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's a good one. A good snack to have for a ball game. We've still got a lot of great basketball left, and we're now actually into spring practice with the Vols, football practice.
And you smoked those, didn't you?
Yeah, I smoked them on Traeger.
Yeah, they look good. It's pretty cool on this Traeger. Yeah. So I'll attach that at the end if you want to check that out. It's called Backyard Smoking and Grilling with Will, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, it's a pretty cool video, and it's pretty easy to do.
Nothing to it.
Yeah. So I'll put that at the end. All right, folks, if you like this content, be sure to hit that like button. Lets me know to continue to cover the Vols and all the goings-ons. And if you've not subscribed, it's right in front of Chilmont here on the left. Hit that little button right there. Cost you nothing. Would help us out. I'd certainly appreciate it. And right over here in front of me is the most recent video. Check that one out if you don't care. And we'll see you next time on Sports Talk Jay.